Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. Listen, we're going to do a Sky Reacts. Today it's going to be Matt Walsh's Victim Hierarchy. I tell you what, this has been a good topic for the last couple days. And when I seen this video pop up last night, I was like, yep, I'm on it, man. Because I've been having people argue with me over this fake hoax about the Martin Luther King Jr. house that almost got burnt down. Apparently, I'm white and I'm not allowed to report black news. I had people tell me that I'm not allowed to report black news. Stop making us look bad, you know? Some people wanted it to actually happen, you know? It should have happened. It's probably going to happen anyway. It'd be better if a black person burned it down and then we'd still blame white people. I mean, I'm seriously, that's like the mindset of what some of these fucking idiots want to do. That's how bad they want to be victimized. That's how bad and how important their victimhood is. Because once you get a taste of, "Aw, are you okay? Can we hold you and coddle you and swaddle you and just give you whatever you need?" And that in secrecy is okay. We don't want you to do it out loud because affirmative action out front, because they do affirmative action bake sales at colleges, dude, where Asian people pay $1.75 for a cookie, white people pay $1.25 for a cookie, and black people pay 30 cents for a cookie because, well, black people need a crutch and they don't like it. When you see it like that right out in the open and black people are paying 30 cents for a cookie, they get fucking upset. Rightfully so, because it makes you look like weak little bitches. But people want to be weak little bitches off into the side, and they just don't want to be called out for it. And I'm just tired and sick and tired of it. I want to call out you weak little bitches, man. And black people just been like the center of attention lately. I'm sorry, I'm picking on you guys, but you know what? Black people used to be the most mimicked human on earth, man. Everybody wanted to act like a black person. The 1970s black man, 1980s black man, 1990s black man, 2000s, they turned into bitches. There's no real black men left. Everybody wanted to mimic a black man way back in the day. Nobody wants to mimic the current black man right now because they're fucking sissies. They're victim sissies. Well, they're not too far up on the hierarchy either. So, and the guy was right. I'm not allowed to report news on black people because I'm the white man. I'm actually on the very bottom of the victim hierarchy. I love Matt Walsh here, dude. He really goes.
If you want to understand leftism in the modern age, and by extension our culture, you need to first understand what I call the victim hierarchy. If you understand the victim hierarchy, you understand everything. And so you need to understand how it works. So we're going to run through it today, this kind of tutorial, which will tell you everything you need to know about leftism and about our culture by extension. Now, the victim...
This is the truest shit right here, too. This is really actually how it fucking works, but it's done as a joke. Everybody's going to take it as a joke, but this is seriously how it is.
Hierarchy is a pyramid. You could also call it the victim pyramid, VH or VP, it's up to you. At the base of the pyramid,
I like to call it VP.
Men. That's the lowest ranking. They cannot be victimized by anyone, and yet they victimize everyone else. We have to understand.
Bullshit, man. We can victimize ourselves too. And it's really easy. It's really easy as a white man to just jump wherever he wants. Man, he goes into this later on too, but I'm going to just tell you right now. You put an LGBTQ hat on, you jump up on the list. You put a yarmulke on, you jump up on the list, man. This is how you got to work these days. Do you guys think that I just went out and got a rainbow hat for fucking no reason? This is a emergency preparedness kit.
Understand that victimization flows up on the pyramid, so it's a little counterintuitive. The higher you are on the pyramid, the more victimized you are, and yet the more powerful you are. Now next you have white women, and they're still pretty low.
Yeah, all the victims, the minorities have the power. The victims have the power. It's really crazy, dude. I love Matt Walsh. I wish I could do it in his style and his...
on the ranking, but they can at least be victimized by white men. So they have one victim point. Victim points are determined by how many other groups can victimize you. So you can tally a group's victim points simply by counting how many groups are underneath them on the pyramid. It makes it very easy to do. Now, flowing up from there, right above white women, we have disabled people. Now, this is a large category, and it's in fact getting larger by the day because what counts as a disability keeps expanding by the day. But of course, you know, there are just like the classic disabilities we all recognize: blind, deaf, wheelchair bound, etc. And these are going to kind of be the anchor points for the disabled category of the victim pyramid. Now, these people are group 3, and so they are automatically victimized by the 2 groups below them, which gives them 2 victim points. Next, and this gets a little confusing. We have fat people, the obese. Sometimes obesity is counted as a disability, sometimes it isn't. But the group is large enough, no pun intended, that it needs its own category. And the plus size community has been sort of climbing the hierarchy in recent years, which has been really good exercise for them.
This guy is just killing it, dude. Oh my God. How many outtakes does this guy have? I bet he does it in one take, man. He's that good, man. This guy just kills me, man.
Now, the obese have 3 categories below them, which means that they have 3 victim points. Now we get to the part where the rubber meets the road. What is called our premium victim categories, PVC.
Premium tiered.
Now, at this stage, every victim point is multiplied by 2. There is a ×2 bonus for getting to this point on the victim pyramid. I'll show you how it works. The first group in the premium category are black men. Now, for the purpose of this demonstration, in order to keep things as simple as possible, black will include all racial minorities. Of course, in reality, there's a separate victim ranking of racial minorities that tends to change rapidly over time as different groups vie for greater victim status.
Yeah, he needs to go into how the victim pyramid is eating itself inside of each section.
For right now, we're all going to include them as
just for right now, just to keep the video, because we could go as complex as crazy and go like a fractal into the actual pyramid itself. But Matt has to keep it on a civil level at 7 minutes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's lucky he got a 7-minute video out of this.
Under the black category, or we could just say people of color. Now, black men, therefore, have 4 victim points times the premium victim bonus, which makes 8 points. What's next? Obviously, next would be black women, who are victimized by black men, fat people, disabled people, white women, and white men. Those are all of the victimization flows up through those groups, and black women are getting all of that. And this gives them a gross of 5 victim points, but a net of 10 when you add the premium victim bonus. Gays, lesbians, and other non-hetero sexual orientations fall just above black women. They are victimized by an impressive tally of 6 other groups. And then our premium victim bonus kicks in, and what do? You get 12 victim points, and that is where the LGB land on the pyramid. But of course, I have not mentioned the T.
Oh, hey girl, get over here. Let's talk some shit.
That's because the T sits at the top, the very top of the pyramid. Nobody can out-victim the T. The victims who are the victims of all other victims, they stand at the pinnacle.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought it was the Jewish white man. I thought if you had a yarmulke on, you were at the top, man. You don't want to be anti-Semitic, Matt Walsh. I just don't know if I'm going to disagree here. I think there might be another tier up there.
Of the victim hierarchy, which means that they are the most victimized.
They're new.
Which means that they have the most
kind of slid in
points, and therefore
I think they got called out, and then they were like, "No, we're victims, just like you guys. look, we're at the top of the list. You guys didn't know that we were up here."
Introduce what is called the apex victim multiplier.
Apex victim multiplier, AVM.
Whatever group sits at the top, the apex victim earns their 7 victim points, but then they also earn a multiple of 10. Which means that trans people have not 7 or even 14 victim points, but they have 70.
Well, no one's gonna top that.
Here's where things get tricky. What about the crossover in groups? A fat woman is below a black woman on the hierarchy, but what about a fat black woman? Where does she...
As a gay, disabled, trans man who identifies as a black person, I really agree with this tier list.
She rank? How do we make sense of a gay, black, fat, deaf man in a wheelchair? Is he above black women on the pyramid, or is he still below? Can a white woman leapfrog over black men and black women if she's also a member of some of these other categories? Is there anything that a white man like myself can do to get out from the bottom of this whole heap? How do we sort through this? It seems sort of overwhelming. Well, don't worry, it's not as difficult as it seems at first. Following the intersectional victim calculus, IVC, all you have to do is add the total points of every group a person belongs to. So let's do the math. Let's say that a white woman, very low-ranking member of the victim hierarchy, is also disabled and fat and bisexual. Well, now she has her 1 victim point plus 2 for disabled, 3 for fat, and 12 for bisexual. Now she has 18 total victim points, which puts her comfortably above a normal non-gay, non-fat, non-disabled black man or woman. Now, there's one important note here. You cannot cash in multiple times in the disabled category.
Oh.
So if you are blind and also in a...
The rules and regulations, there's got to be a loophole around that, dude. Come on, man.
wheelchair, that's only 2 victim points. Those are the rules. I'm not saying I agree with them. It's just how it goes.
Oh, man, oh, man, oh, man. I'd like to stack those up. We're going to fight for that. We're gonna put in... We're putting in a motion.
Forgive me, Master.
You may have noticed that because of the apex victim multiplier, no non-trans person can get anywhere close to the trans victim point tally. Trans will always remain the top victim, which means that even that lowly white man all the way at the bottom with his 0 victim points, even he can easily rocket all the way to the top just by coming out as trans. A black man who has done a lot of work to become fat and gay and everything else, who has secured a position in 4 or 5 other categories, will still have to bow before the white man as the top victim if he, the white man, simply identifies as a woman. Now, let's say the black man comes out as a woman. Well, then
That's it. We just all got to pretend like we're trans. I mean, that's solves the problem right here.
he, once again, is going to be above the white man in the trans tier. Although trans is at the top, that category is itself subdivided depending on the race, weight, disability status, etc. of any individual trans person. This does get confusing, though, because the trans victim subdivisions follow the same logic as the overall victim pyramid, except that trans women who are actually male slide in above trans men who are actually female. On the broader pyramid, being female buys you points, right? But once you make it into the top echelon, the trans tier, being female makes you male, which subtracts your points.
Yeah.
So a black woman who comes out as trans will now be below a black man who comes out as trans as the sexes have switched. What this means is that if you want to build the uber ultimate unbeatable victim, the emperor of the whole victim
Start
pyramid,
as a black man.
you need to start with a black man. That's going to be the best canvas upon which you can
Build
paint
upon that.
the ultimate victim. With that building block, you can assemble a victim who is more victimized than any other victim. So
This
if you
is
are
true.
therefore a straight black man of average weight and physical capability, you may only have a few victim points, but if you dream big enough and put in the work, you could be the greatest victim of all. Remember, I didn't make these rules. I'm only here to tell you what they are.
Well, we have no shot into being number 1, but we can, I mean, I can be under the black trans man, the black trans disabled man. That's fine with me. I'm okay with that. I mean, second place is okay. I mean, I'm thinking I'm going to go cut my pecker off right now, guys. Hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you guys on the next video.